Action.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Roundtable Conversations. Today, I'm here with Dan Kimeli and Lloyd Mondiki. We want to talk about a rather interesting subject that is about contemporary nature. Today, we want to talk about toys. Yes, toys for the big boys. I'm talking about cars. There's this pressure that the youths are currently facing in the social fabric about owning cars. In fact, there is a recent research that most of the cars that are being bought in the market today are being bought by the youths between the age of 25 to around 33. And this pressure has led many youths to make somehow impromptu decisions without planning, like going for a car with a loan or getting a loan without understanding the sources to fund that particular car. So today I want us to have this discussion and see what really is the problem. I understand both of you own cars, so we shall be talking from a personal point of view, and of course our experiences that we have had for the past few years of months that we have owned these toys. So maybe you can start straight out. What motivated you to buy the car? Was it the social pressure? Was it family, or was it business, or was it a combination of any of that?
I think I bought my car 2 years ago. It's about 2 years ago, yes. And the main reason I bought it because I had a family, and it was at the time of Corona where you can't share public means with other people and all that for the risk. And another reason was for business wise. I recognize that for me to be efficient in my business, I should be very much mobile, and that's why I went in for the assets.
Okay, that's a good reason. And just before we continue, has it served you well? Has it fulfilled the purpose?
Yes, my car has served me well. So far, so good. My family have enjoyed the rides. I have been able to move to different parts of the country very much easily. But there is always a
Yeah,
hidden
of course.
cost
We shall we shall
of
we
that.
shall
Yeah.
come. We shall cross the bridge when you reach
Reach
there.
there. Okay.
Any regrets?
No regrets so far.
Any day, any time.
No regrets. No regrets.
Okay, Mr. Lloyd Mondiki, what
Yes.
motivated you to buy the beast? Okay.
First, it was for business purposes.
Okay.
Apparently, I bought it like a year ago. It was the campaign time.
Okay.
There was that political heat. I used it with these politicians. At least I got something from it.
Yeah.
And the second thing, it's of course family, for the ease of movement of my family.
Okay. Okay. Now, yeah, family, business, pressure. So none of you at some point experienced social pressure or peer pressure.
I had a pressure, but it was not from social aspects. I think it was from within. I had some personal goals. I have to own a car someday.
Yes.
So
yes,
that thing
yes.
was still.
Yeah. So that's how somehow contributed to.
Yes.
Well, that is a bit interesting. So what do you tell of the youths in Kenya, or maybe we can start by there are two ways of getting the car, and of course the first one is always buying cash. The second one is going for a loan, that is the car loan, and the third is buying a used one. That's in the local markets that has been used locally. So in your own experience, and of course depending on the mode in which you used to own your car, which one is preferable or advisable, or what factors do you think are to be considered?
Factors to be considered is If you have a flow, especially if you have a money flow, you are very sure that you can raise certain amount per month. You have a business, you have something you can do to raise the capital for your car.
Okay.
You can go to buy, you can buy it like cash, you know. But unfortunately, some of us, maybe you don't have that good flow. So me, I went for the higher purchase where I paid installments across the year. Yeah.
And if you had cash to buy the car one time, and
Yeah.
would you still go for higher purchase so that you invest part of that money, or you'll go and buy it one time?
Like, if are you talking if that is the whole amount I have in my
Yes, if
pocket?
you have full amount to buy the car and you're still provided for the option of
There's always something. I always say damage control. You must have something left in your pockets after purchasing such an asset, especially because you never know where life leads you.
okay.
And it will be a poor financial decision to empty all your pockets into an asset like that.
Yes, Lloyd, between buying cash, buying higher purchase, or buying a locally used model, which one would you go for? And what factors are there to be considered?
I would suggest, even if you have the money, I don't think it's wise enough to buy it in cash.
Okay.
But unless you have like
A lot.
a lot of money or a very huge cash flow that you're not gonna regret afterwards. But I would advise, do not go for asset financing. If you are able to get a loan, personal loan, then go buy it. Then probably be paying the loan without the car being
The security.
the
The
security.
security,
Yeah.
yeah,
You know,
okay.
if you are employed, for example, you can get those salary loans.
Yes, of course.
I think that would be the best.
Okay, so you two guys are saying if you have 2 million in cash
Yes.
and that's all you have, you'd rather have a plan,
Yeah.
get the car, and part of that money maybe invest in a business also.
Yes.
Now that this leads us to the experience with the car. First, I will start with Dan for the unit that you bought. Of course, you don't regret anything, as you pointed out. How has it served you? How has it changed your life as a youth in Kenya, being in a bracket where many others in your social group don't have? How? Tell us your experience.
Okay, first of all, my asset as my car has been so beneficial. It has made me to be so flexible, such that I can do things without worry of time, because time is the bigger factor. You know, you can go to a place and you're worried about the buses will be leaving at this time and the matatus will be leaving at this time. So for that aspect, I don't worry a lot about time, especially when I'm with my car. But on the other hand, there are these other aspects, especially if you have not yet established your roots well. A car is an expensive asset. Wengine wanasemanga gari ni kama bibi. They need maintenance. And
I would have to stop there because that's that's a concern that we want us to. Lloyd, has your car served you the way you intended? How has your life changed with the car as opposed to when you did not have it?
I think so far so good. Okay. Even the social class, you see how people see you. I think it has changed. Okay. I think it's working for me.
Well, that's those some pretty positive comments on the same. But now let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
The total cost of ownership. You see, there's a difference between just buying a car and keeping it on the road.
Yeah.
I'm talking about fuel. I'm talking about insurance premiums. I'm talking about repairs. I'm talking about accidents. God forbid. Tell us about the experience, about the time frame that you've been with your car. Of course, these things are somehow you can control to some extent, but sometimes it's not your fault.
Yes.
So tell us, run us through this total cost of ownership that maybe a youth outside there should know before going for a car.
One thing mimi naambia youths is that gari iko expensive. You see, any car is expensive because it demands from you, unless it's something for business. Personal cars are expensive. It's a liability. That's what I would say. But you get to balance between a liability and the asset. You get to know the cost benefit analysis. And from what I've done, it does so much benefits to me than the liability. But there are the liabilities. At times you experience accidents. At times the insurance is due and you don't even have that amount. At times you need to fuel and the fuel is going above, you see. And the economy, the way economy is as at now, you get that finding money isn't really an easy task right now. It needs a different kind of preparation for you to get a quantifiable amount of money to keep you balanced, especially now that your life is not just with a car. You're in very different, you have many other factors in play. So the car is not just there to be just wait for everything. It won't take the entire of your money. So for me, the car, I've experienced problems, of course, with it, especially with maybe service. Maybe you get now that you have a flat tire, you need to change it, you don't have money at that point, you have to take a loan. It's just taking you back. But generally,
Okay.
if you have means, you can afford it and all that, I will go with you take a car. It will help you in many ways.
Lloyd,
Yes.
tell us about the total cost of ownership.
I would say I was prepared for it. So I think before you decide what machine you are getting,
Okay.
you should also do some background check of what you are getting yourself into, because these things, they are guzzlers. See, they will need servicing. Utakuwa unaenda tu starehe zako inakudunga check engine and
What's the worst thing that happened to your car ukasema wah, mimi hapa leo kuisha?
I think hata ni experience ya jana tu.
So it is as soon as recent as yesterday.
Nilianza juzi, unakuja asubuhi umeng'ara, unataka kwenda kupiga shughuli, unapiga start gari haiwaki. Ukajua
that was the problem with the engine or the battery?
It was just a battery, and I had to replace it, and it was fucking expensive. And
so you bought a new battery? You had to buy a new battery?
I had to. Sasa gari haitaenda. Utaenda ukijumstart kila mahali.
But now everything is
everything is smooth right now.
Sasa hivi tunaweza kimbia Mombasa to road.
Sasa ni mbio sana. Mawaneite tu kwa Thika Road.
Kimeli, what is the worst experience that ulisema hii nayo imeniweka kwa mawe hii? Hii ni mbaya hii.
Yangu ni quite interesting. When I bought the car, I used it for almost 4 months. 4 months I was in Thika Road heading to Ruiru. And all of a sudden the car malfunctioned or broke down. It stopped, you see. And
on the
highway, you see, it stopped on the highway. You're wondering what's the problem. As a first car owner, you're wondering what should I do and all that.
Yes.
You switch it off, you switch it on, it's working, but when you want to go, you see. So after back and forth with the garages and all that, the problem was determined. A very, very big problem, huh? And this problem was the gearbox. And unfortunately, these units were just getting into the country, and we can't find the space so easily.
Wait. So after 4 months, you had to replace.
After 4 months, now I'm telling you, I took the car now on a hire purchase. I'm running on the loan, and it's now demanding a new gearbox.
That was a lot of pressure.
Yeah, and there are many other factors in life that we're still pushing. You see. So that is hapo sasa ndio inaweka kwa mawe.
So in short, before any youth goes for a car, it's not just about buying and hitting the road.
It's not just.
It's more than that.
It's not just heaven.
Yeah, so I think that is pretty much true.
Yeah.
Especially, you need to. The information is out there. Every car has the cost of maintenance.
Yeah.
The cost of maintenance against the value.
Yeah.
The Toyotas are very simple. It's a bit, I think, 8%. In a span of maybe 100,000 kilometers or so. So it's always good to do some background checks, to use the experts before you go to before you land on the unit that you are comfortable with. Now, let's talk about you. Both of you have said that you bought the car for business.
Yeah.
Do you think buying a car puts you somewhere in your business? And as your response to this question, would you rather expand or rather enhance the quality of your products and services vis-a-vis buy the car as the vision or perception out there in public? Because many youths, as we are discussing, may think it's all about buying the car and you'll start selling your products, or it's all about buying the car and people will start utilizing your services. So how would you put in the front, especially when these two factors are put in place?
I think in our context, unfortunately or fortunately, is that owning a car keeps you at a certain level in the social class, I can say. So many people perceive you differently when you have a car than when you just Utsubishi, as we say.
Yeah. No
so
offense.
no offense, yeah. But there's a lot than just owning a car. You see, because you have a car, it can give you a business, no. But it keeps you at a level somehow that you umejipanga
Kind of bargains for you.
Yeah, the kind of ride you have just bargains for you. It shows your worth. It shows what you are worth, especially in business when you're dealing with someone. Like, for instance, I can give an example of a business that maybe I landed. So I'm in the same group with a couple of guys who are on the same unit,
model,
the same model, yeah. And from that, we discuss a lot of things, especially about the car. Oh, something has failed here, something. But in the midst of it, there is always a time where people advertise their businesses. People ask for services. Yes. You see, so maybe I'm lucky because I found one client from one of these groups.
Okay.
Business, and we transacted a business that went successful. So somehow I can say it has helped me in getting more clients. I can quickly reach to clients, especially if they are far away from where I am. I can just give me 1 hour, I'll be there. You see, so it has been so beneficial.
Wandiki,
Yes.
good qualities, good services, and perception, in this case the car. Which one would you front?
For business person, every businessman knows how influential things like perception are into your business.
Like, you'll never get the second chance to make the first impression.
The first impression is
Matters.
everything.
So you are telling us the car puts you in the front before you even start giving out your services.
Of course, assuming you are in an interview or in a room going to get a tender.
Okay.
For example, you are all supplying something, say phones.
Yes.
So you all have same products.
But what makes the difference?
Yeah, they appear, how you came,
Yes,
how you look. You see, that way at least hapo ndo mtaanza kupata ways.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's interesting. But don't you think that is short term? Because perception will fade away, especially if your products and services are not of quality. So how do you break that barrier? You made the first impression, but along the way you disappointed. So do you think perception is somehow temporary?
It is not. It is not, because once that perception has helped you land that gig, and then you fuck up, that is not about.
That's upon you.
That's another story.
Okay.
That's another story. I think so.
Okay, personally, I would upfront services, quality services and products. You can always hire a car to make perception. And once you win that gig, of course, moving forward will be upon you, as we've said.
Yeah.
And now, there's this notion that when you have a car, a big car like yours, or a 2000 cylinder, a 2000 cc engine capacity like yours, you can afford the fuel, you can afford a lifestyle, you can. But that is not always the case. You always have money-related challenges. So how do you balance this notion that people have, that if you own a car, you have money, and in real sense, you have nothing? How do you balance this perception in the society?
First of all, about the lifestyle, you don't have to flow the way people are flowing. Get to know about your limits. So get to know about the extent, the extent of your pocket. It's not wrong to leave it at a parking space if you're broke. Just leave it at home. Go take public means. You see, but most often, it's very hard to find a car owner having parked the car. It really motivates
They
you
always
to
find
work.
a way.
It really makes you to work extra harder because now you have to keep up with the lifestyle you've created for yourself. It's a motivation
So,
in a kind of a way.
Lloyd, how do you break the barrier? How do you balance the fact that you have a car and sometimes you don't have money?
Me, the fact that someone believes that I have money and probably I don't have, that is enough motivation for
And
me
you accept?
have money.
Do you accept that perception in the first place?
I have to. I actually absorb it, and I absorb it once working. If someone